So we're here in Dallas at the North Texas Irish Festival with the Houston band Blaggards, and we've got Patrick Devlin here, who's going to have a little chat with us. Hey Patrick, how you doing?
Doing well, John. How are you? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks man, it's really good. So we've just come off stage from your set, really energetic. Hey, you know, on that set I was hearing obviously Pogues, I heard some Johnny Cash,
yes.
I heard some Sabbath, and did I hear some Benny Hill?
Yes, you did. Very good ear, sharp ear, sharp. Yeah, we try to skate through as many genres as we can.
What are some of your influences that people might not be aware of from the music?
Well, I really try to salute it. I really try to push it into the music. And Elvis and Johnny Cash were my first, were my first. My mother pushed that on me, and then bands like Wolf Tones and Chieftains, and mainly the Clancy Brothers and Wolf Tones. They were my biggest Irish influence growing up. So, and then as I got older, it was the Pogues and different rock bands like that.
So there's that metal thing there.
Yeah. Oh, now, yeah. As far as music, to make sure everybody in the neighborhood knew what I was listening to, I was Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden was the first, and of course Black Sabbath and Motorhead and all that. That's what I lived on. So yeah. So
we're talking about like kids here and like how important music is to them. Can you tell us a little bit about what influence music had in your life as you were growing up as a kid in Ireland?
Yes, yeah, music, absolutely paramount for kids. Just for me, as a child, it was just such a release, and the energy in metal, and the energy that was just. I mean, even Elvis, going back to when I was a small child, was the energy that was pushed out of those speakers was just. I just couldn't live without it. And starting out, I mean, as my mother tells me, when I was still wet, I was kicking to music. I mean, just absolutely can't live without it.
What do you think you'd be doing today if you weren't playing music?
I know I'd be homeless. I'd probably be. I'd have to be involved some way. I'd have to be working in a club, somewhere. There'd just have to be music. Have to be music playing.
So if you had like one song that you had to play forever from this day on, what would that song be?
That's a hard question. It would probably be something that I haven't ever played. It might be Black Rose by Thin Lizzy in its entirety, or like one of those Monster Maiden songs, one of those 15-minute Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, or something like Run to the Hill, something long and epic,
So if you had to give some advice to kids just starting out in music in 7 words or less, what would those words be?
Listen, practice, enjoy, never stop.
Awesome. Have you noticed any changes in the music industry since you started out? 'Cause you started in 2004, right, with Blaggards? So since then, what have you noticed in the industry?
Huge changes. Huge. My bass player and I started the band in 2004, and when we started, it was obviously no Facebook, no MySpace, no digital, or the social media was in its infancy. If it was even a blip on the screen by then, but that's been the biggest change, and we do everything ourselves. I manage the band, I book the band. Chad does the websites, Mike does the websites, we design our own t-shirts, we have them printed, so we keep everything in. But going back to 2004, all the bands had to have different people for that. We can do everything on a laptop now, and that's been the biggest. And also the shrinking of the globe with social media. That's been the biggest thing. And then also when I was in my teens, all bands wanted to have. Now I never played when I was in my teens, but all bands wanted to have a record label. And to me, that was when you made it. But in 2004, the last thing we wanted was a record label. We didn't want anybody to tell us how to do it. We want to go straight to the venue, show them what we do, and we've been touring since 2005. We've been touring, the States. We go to Ireland every year. We bring this to Ireland every year. We bring about 50 people with us every year, and
So have you seen, because of all this, the internet and social media, have you seen a growth in your international audience because of this?
Yes, it's been tremendous. When we first put the album out digitally, Japan was our biggest audience, and so that was, and for some reason we still haven't figured it out. But yeah, obviously with iTunes and all the different places to put your music, it really has. It's Australia's big for us, and we hope to get there in the next year or so.
So a big part of what we're doing in Music Is My First Language is based around collaboration with music. If you could think of your ultimate collaboration of artists today, what do you think that would look like?
Oh, it would be a mess. It would be an absolute mess because our tastes in music and our influences are so varied. We'd have it would go everywhere from. Another band I never mentioned when I started out was the Carpenters, believe it or not. The harmonies that I heard when I heard the Carpenters for the first time, that was a huge thing. So I would say it ranges everywhere from the Carpenters all the way through thrash and death metal. I mean, we have everything in between. We have.
Are we going to see Running to the Hills with Blaggards and Maiden?
I would do that in a heartbeat. I don't know if. I would do that in a heartbeat. Anytime. Hello, I'm Patrick Devlin from Blaggards, and music is my first language.